Good morning, my name is Paola. In this video we are going to talk about the feminines. Okay, the feminines is a topic very important to talk to the people. Feminines is the most efficient and effective peaceful social revolution of the entire 20th century. Inequality many times we don't see it. Women in Mexico, after a certain hour of the night, live with fear that something happens to them, harass them, or even violates them. Moreover, today at any time, these tragedies happen. She is not screaming as loud as she can fear. Most of the time, they tell us not to be feminist, because if not, they say us as ugly, difficult, complicated, hateful people, and would be alone. Women don't have to choose between with love and rights. The two things are needed in their life. Okay, if something gives us feminines, it's love, friendships, community, love of good, equality. This is very important. The most chilling thing about first harassment in women or girls is that it starts at age 8. There are situations that are at 5 or 7 years, but really at that time, what are you thinking? When we think of feminines, the word equality comes to mind. Feminines of freedom combats sexual discrimination and other forms of injustice with women. Being a feminist is not a matter of gender. Being a feminist doesn't mean that you are against men. Most people don't know what is this to be a feminist. If I tell that I am feminist in the current century, I tell that men and women are equal. There are still women who are mutilated, who have no rights, who cannot go to the school, who suffer violence permanently. There are unconscious prejudice. It goes totally against development and a favorite word we are talking about. What do we want for our society? The woman has her as the other, as the second sex. Women don't form a community. Women don't say we, because their life is carried within the group of men. There are men who, in debates, discussions, and several similar situations, answer you. You think that because you are a woman. All women are capable of doing and creating things like men. They haven't only allowed the majority to do so. Women should want power to change society, to improve people's lives. It's necessary to rescue this transformative, groundbreaking, and feminist meaning that as the concept of empowerment. If we want it to be as useful to for women, for all these women, I want to make people aware, have a different ideas, education, which as I understood, you can also understand this issue that is very important and difficult to talk about the and more for the public. I invite you to change your truth to be a different word. Thank you.
Sense of term that is for all people, female and male, derivation from sexual boundaries, domination, and operations. Bell Hooks made this clear and powerful statement in her 1981 study of sexism, racism, and the feminist and civil rights movements called Ain't a Woman, Black Woman, and Feminist. Almost 40 years on, the world is still reckoning with pervasive and exclusive gender inequality, underpinned by bias and sexism, and research and healthcare are no exception. Today, the Lancet published a term issue on advancing women in science, medicine, and global health with the aim of showcasing research, commentary, and analyses that provide new explanations and evidence for action toward gender equity. This STEM issue is the result of a call for papers that led up to over 300 submissions from more than 40 countries. The overwhelming conclusion from this collection of work is that to achieve meaningful change, action must be direct at transforming the system that women work within, making approaches informed by feminist analysis essential. It will establish that women are underrepresented in positions of power of leadership, undervalued, and experience discrimination, and gender-based violence in scientific and health disciplines across the world. Intersectional approaches have provided that insights into how other categories of difference such as ethnicity, class, geography, disability, and sexuality interact with gender to compound inequalities. Most submissions to this STEM issue came from high-income countries, highlighting the need to support scholarship from Global South. Jordan Shannon and College provides a global overview of gender inequality in science, medicine, and global health, and discussed evidence for the substantial health, social, and economic gains that could be achieved by addressing this inequality. Jordan Shannon and College provides a global overview of gender inequality in science, medicine, and global health, and discussed evidence for the substantial health, social, and economic gains that could be achieved by addressing this inequality. Indeed, some studies, including one of this issue by Cassidy, Sugimoto, and College, show that more diverse and inclusive teams lead to better science and more successful organizations. Despite decades of recognition, these problems have proved stubbornly persistent. It is now commonplace for organizations to make public statements about diversity, higher diversity of officers, and implement programs to advance women's career. Yet all too often such programs locate the source of the problem and hence the solution with the woman and their own behavior. These although actions such as mentoring and skills training might be intentional and important to a degree, they often fail to engage with broader futures or systems that disproportionately privilege men. Either women and men can change the world. Um, for instance, Hollywood Women and College showed using data from Funder how gender bias disadvantaged women apply for grant funding. Reflecting on these basis can be difficult for professions like science and medicine that are grounded in beliefs of papers, of their own objectivity and evidence-driven thinking. A trio of papers in this issue demonstrates the value of critical perspectives in this regard. Malika Sharma explains how the historical engineering of medicine prioritizes particular types of knowledge. Yeah, and creates barrier for critical and especially feminist research and practice. All people can change the world, like you, me, and he, she.
Feminism in the United States, Canada, and a number of countries in Western Europe has been divided into three waves by feminist scholars: first, second, and third wave. Feminist recent research suggests there may be a four-wave characterized in part by new media platforms. The women's movement became more popular in May in 1968 when women began to read again. More widely, the second sex writing in 1949 by a defender of women's rights, Simone de Beauvoir, and translated to English for the first time in 1952. Later translation in 2009. De Beauvoir's writing explained why it was difficult for talented women to become successful. The obstacles de Beauvoir enumerates include women's inability to make as much money as men doing the same profession, women's domestic responsibilities, society's lack of support towards talented women, and women's fear that success will lead to an annoyed husband or prevent them from even finding a husband at all. The Beauvoir also argues that women lack ambition because of how they are raised. Girls are told to follow the duties of their mothers, whereas boys are told to accept the accomplishment of their fathers. Along with their influence, Simone of the Beauvoir's work helped the feminist movement to erupt, causing the formation of Le Mouvement de Libération des Femmes, the Women's Liberation Movement in English. This determined group of women wants to throw these ideas and actions. Contributors to women's liberation movement include Simone Beauvoir, Christine Rochford, Christine Delphi, and Anne Tristan. Through action, the women were able to get few equal rights, for example, right to education, right to work, and right to vote. One of the most important issues that women's liberation movement faced was the banning of abortion and contraception. The women saw this banning as a violation of women's rights and were determined to fight it. Thus, the woman made a declaration known as Le Manifeste in 343, which held signatures for women admitting to having had an illegal abortion. The declaration was published in Le Nouvel Observateur and the Le Monde, two French newspapers, on 5 of April in 1971. The work gained support from the publication. Women received the right to abort with the passing of the Bail Law. The Women's Society includes women's suffrage, the right of immediate divorce proceeding, and no-fault divorce, the right of women to make individual decisions regarding pregnancy, including access to contraceptives and abortion. It also leads to better employment for women at more equality wage and access to university education. CrystalIxman wrote an article published in the Birth Control Review. She contended that birth control is a fundamental right for women and must be available as an alternative if they are to participate fully in the modern world. The United Nations Human Development Report estimates that when both paid employment and unpaid household tasks are accounted for, on an average, women work more than men. The feminist movement agenda includes acting as a counter to the putatively patriarchal stance in the dominant culture. The women who made the first efforts towards women's suffrage came from more stable and privileged backgrounds and were able to dedicate time and energy into making change. Initial developments for women therefore mainly benefit white women in the middle and upper class.
Okay, my name is Adriano Rogel Isidro, and I'm going to talk about the feminists. I choose this topic because it's very important to know about it in the actually. Why? Because the women are making manifestations to express that they feel how they feel and to say that they want the same
Right.
rights that the men have. Okay. The feminist manifestations started for the woman empowerment to show that women can make all the men too. But now it's around to this. Okay. The women want equality. They want to feel like are the same that the men can do. They want equality, yes. So for that the women make manifestations to try to be listened. Yes.
Yeah.
But the real datos are facts. The real facts are as women are discriminated as men. Yes. It is the same discrimination for the two people. Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. Women have bigger probability to be attacked. Yes. Because the people think they are more delicate. Okay. But this discrimination also leads to be problems that a man suffer and note all days. Yes, they have an eye impact on men too.
Okay.
Okay, and some people think that men cannot try because if they try, they are less men or things like that.
A gear.
Yes. The men are considered responsive to the men are like the macho alpha. Yes. And the men cannot lose with a woman. They cannot use the pink color to be effeminated. Yes. Rapes do not happen with women. They happen with men as well, but they just cannot tell about it. Yes. As they will be considered weak. Yes, that they are less men or things like that. Yes. The two people, the two genders suffer things like domestic violence or... Okay. To finish that, I want to tell that the feminist movement has affected change in the Western society. So the manifestation work. The manifestation work, yes. Including women's suffrage, greatest access to education, the same pay to everyone, and the more equality to make individual decisions, so they don't hurt the men. Okay, yes.
Okay.
They can make divorce when she wants it, and if they pregnant, they can abort if they want. Yes.
Yeah.
Harvard psychology professors argues that feminists reduce domestic violence. Yeah. Goodbye.
See you later.
Oh, excuse me, I was thinking about feminism. And that makes me think about the feminism. That the feminism is for everybody, not only women or men. They are for everyone in the world, even for children. To be feminist. Okay, sorry for that interruption. Okay, to be feminist in any authentic sense of the term is to want for the people.
Yeah.
Female and male, or even nowadays the genders that lesbian, gay, all of them can be feminism. Yeah. Almost 40 years on the world is still reckoning with pervasive and exclusively gender inequality underpinned. That means that in every time since Jesus Christ was born, the machismo exists. This term is an issue of the population, the result of a call for papers that lead over 300 submissions from more than 40 countries.
300!
And 40 countries.
40
The
countries.
overwhelming conclusion is for this collection of work that is managed to bring meaningful change. Hello. Well, we are going to talk about the feminism, okay?
Yes.
Now that we know about the feminism and how it changes over the past time, we know that nowadays the women have more rights than before. An example is that the woman before they haven't a vote, they cannot vote for the president and that. And now even the women can be a president. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And we know that the women sometimes are more intelligent than the men. Are you right with that?
I am great.
I agree with that too. Despite decades of recognition, these problems have proved subordinately to make public statements only discernibly. Yeah.